Hello, everybody. This is Yang Family Taiji Traditional Long Form. We are in section 2. The new move today is going to be high pad on horse, but we're going to do quite a bit of review before we get to the new move. Okay? So I'm going to turn around. We're going to do the second section from cross hands up to the end of cloud hands. Okay? So here we go. Cross hands. Embrace tiger, return to mountain. Shift right. Turn the left toe almost to straight. Shift your weight back. Separate your arms. Pull in the right foot. Swing, step. Rush. Strike. Roll back. Circle your arms as you move your weight back. Turn to the side. Press. Circle in the right. Attach the left. Expand forward. Push. Square up your shoulders to the front foot direction. Flatten your hands. Come back over a ball. Hands in front of your chest. Push up to shoulder level. Fist under elbow. Shift back. Flatten your hands. Turn and pull. Right foot goes to 12 o'clock. Press down. Ward off with the left. Push out with the right. Step to the corner as you ward off with the left. Step parallel with the right as you grab with the left. Pull. Pivot to the front foot. Change your footwork. Make your right fist lift and punch. Step back and repulse monkey. Swing, step, set, strike. 2. Swing, step, set, strike. 3. Swing, step, set, strike. Diagonal flying. Turn, pull in the right foot. Step and close. Turn and pivot the left foot. Raise hands and step forward. Move the weight to the right. Pull in the left. Push off the ball of the right. Root the right heel and close. White crane spreads its wings. Turn your hands. Pull down. All the weight goes to the back. Circle your arms. Step and close. Turn. Step and open. Left brush knee. Turn your hands. Swing, step, brush, strike. Needle at C bottom. Yield forward. Pull in the back foot. Push off the ball of the front foot as you circle your arms. Root the left heel and set. Left brush knee. Swing, step, brush, strike. Needle at C bottom. Yield forward. Pull in the back foot. Push off the heel of the front foot. Sink and change your footwork. Bend through the back. Come up. Turn your right hand. Attach the left. Step out and separate. Turn body chop with fist. Circle your arms as you turn your left foot to the corner. Shift your weight to the back foot as you make your fist. Chop, strike. Parry, block, and punch. Hands come to the center. Pull down. Swing, step. Parry, block, punch. Chengfu. open, and make your fist diagonal downward. Right ward off. Pull in, step, and open. Roll back. Rotate your arms as you turn to the corner. Move your weight back as you turn to the other corner. Press. Pull in the right, attach the left, expand forward. Push. Square up your shoulders, flatten your hands. Come back over a ball, hands in front of your chest, and push up to shoulder level. Single whip. Shift back, flatten your hands. Turn and pull all the way around. Press down. Ward off with the left, hook hand with the right. Standing ward off, step, deflect, strike. Cloud hands, shift right, turn. One, step, step. Two, step, step. Three, step to the corner. Make your hook hand, single whip. How was that? So I'd like to do a little bit of review on cloud hands. Excuse me. So the things that are unique about cloud hands are the stepping. You're doing this parallel stepping. And the circling of the hands, where you have on the one hand a pull and on one side and a ward off on the other. So if I'm doing it facing you, if I'm here and I turn, so my left foot is going to 12 o'clock as my left hand goes toward the right. As I pull with the left, I am warding off with the right and pulling in my right foot. Then I turn, step. So when the hands go to the side, you step. Step. So when you get to the third one, the way I want you to think of it is when you get to three, your hands are going to keep going the way they were going. And you're going to pull in the way you would have pulled in if you were doing it straight. But instead, you're going to turn your hip. So I don't want you to step. I want you to turn your hip in order to make that foot go toward the corner. And your hands are going to continue going the way they were going until they get to the end, and you're going to make a hook hand. Then you're going to step out and go into single whip. Yes?
So when you say you don't step, you turn your hip, you're not suggesting we don't lift our foot up, right?
No, I'm not suggesting that. So what to clarify, okay? So when you started here, okay, you may not be low enough to do this, but I want you to think of it this way. So when you step out, I want you to think of stepping out double wide and coming back to shoulder width. Stepping out double wide. Because I want you to get the sense of moving over to the side. If you don't step wider, you're going to stay in the same place. Okay, so I want you to go wider. So when you go wider, when you do the third one, ordinarily what you would do is come in, right? Instead of just coming in, I want you to move as if you were coming in, but turning your hip to get that foot in the position, as opposed to going like this. Do you see the difference I'm trying to make? And the reason why I want you to turn your hip in order to get your foot there is this is your plant foot for going out into your bow stance, right? So if you turn your hip, your plant foot and your back foot are lined up in the proper position for you to go into the bow stance. Does that make sense? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I just want to clarify that when you said you want us to move on the third step as if we're continuing, you mean we want to continue the momentum, right? We don't
Yes.
just want to, okay, I got it. All right, thank you.
So you were what I call double wide, and you're going to go back to shoulder width. And instead of going here, you're going to turn your hip and go here. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, thank you.
Then you're ready when you shift your weight to be ready to step out for your bow stance. The other part that's important is you want to continue the hand. Okay, so when you were here, you're doing this pull and grab, come in. Now your hands are going to stay the same. I am pulling and grabbing. I am turning. I am still pulling and grabbing all the way to the end. Then I make my hook hand and step out to bow stance. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, good. So the important points to think about when you're doing cloud hands is to stay the same level. Okay. So if I'm here and I'm coming across, my knees take up my height as I move across. I am not going up, down. Okay. I'm staying the same level. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. So the next move is, are there any questions? If not, we're going to go to the next move. Yes.
So my question, Rita, is sometimes I see people leaning a little bit to get the double wide. Is that okay?
That's okay.
I mean,
And
as long as
lean,
the head is level, right?
you want your shoulder to be level. Okay.
Right.
So think about your shoulders being level as you go across. Okay. And the reason people lean is they're emphasizing the pull.
right,
okay? Because when you're doing your circle, essentially once you cross your center line, you're turning. And then
right,
you're pulling. You're pulling all the way to the side. Then when you get to the side, you start turning. And you're going to be doing ward off for 3/4 of your circle. When you get back here, you're going to turn. You're going to grab and pull for 1/4 of your circle. Then you're going to turn 3/4, grab and pull 1/4, and turn. And when you're turning, what you're turning is your forearm. Okay. So you're grabbing, ward off, grab, pull, turn, ward off. So when you have both hands going, you have here, okay? So each time you get to the side, you step. So that's how your hands and feet coordinate.
right. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, the next move is high pad on horse. And it is deceptively simple, but there's more to it than meets the eye. And I'm going to show it to you. So let's say that you are at, I'm going to do it the direction that you would be doing it. Okay. You would be at the end of single whip. You've done cloud hands, and then you're ending up at single whip. This is what it looks like. That's pretty simple, right? The thing that's difficult for people to remember is this is an empty stance. Okay, I'm going to do it facing you so that you can see. Okay, if I'm here, what this looks like is I'm coming in, I'm changing to a ball touch empty stance, and I'm striking. The thing that people don't realize is that, yes, I am striking at the opponent's neck, let's say. And because that's what they see, they assign too much weight to the front foot. So they think of, like when you're doing a strike with a bow stance, you're moving your weight forward, right? Here you're not doing that. Here it's an empty stance, ball touch, and you only have 30% of the weight in the front. The important thing to think of in ball touch empty stances is it's down. It's not forward. When you're doing a bow stance, what happens is you're bending your knee, so it's forward. That's not true with empty stance here. It's down. Think down. Even though this looks like it's forward, it's down. And what you people don't think about is, yes, the right hand is going forward, but the left hand is pulling back. And that's why it's down, because you have equal going forward and back. Okay. So that's why you're using that ball touch to stabilize your position as your hands go forward and back. Okay. So let's look at the footwork. Excuse me. So I'll do it the way you would be doing it, and then I'll switch to the other direction. I'm at a bow stance. I'm going to push back to the heel using my heel. I'm going to pull in to a ball touch, and then I'm going to put 30%. So I'm doing it facing you. Bow stance. Push back. I'm on the heel. Then I'm going to go to the ball. I'm one line, two sides. And then I'm going to put 30%. Okay? One of the things that is important when you're transferring from a bow stance to an empty stance is you have to separate empty and full. So here, bow stance, you have 60% in the front, 40 in the back. When you push back, you're going to push back so that your weight goes to the back. Your hips are actually facing that way, matching your back foot, right? They're going to stay there so that you can lift this foot up and move it over. When people look at this move and they think, oh, they tend to turn too soon. If you turn too soon, your weight will not allow you to move your front foot to the empty stance. Okay? So what I mean is, I'm at a bow stance. I'm pushing back. All my weight is on the back foot, and my hips remain facing that way so that I can lift this and pull. Okay? Then I can move my weight. And as I move my weight, I actually turn my shoulders so that I can do the strike. Okay? So there is a waist turn here, but my hips are still that way. Okay? The other thing that often happens is people shift their weight back when they're trying to do this change. So what they do is they come back. Don't go back. Stay forward. So if you're here, you see my body slant is still slanted toward the front. Yes.
Sorry for all the questions today. When you okay, so your hips are to the corner, and then you put your foot down, and then you do the technique, and you rotate to the front. Your hips go a bit towards the front too, and then
your waist turns toward the front. If your hips turn toward the front, your knee will collapse in the front.
So you don't square your body up?
I square the top half up.
Okay, so it's different than white crane where your whole body is square, yeah.
Well, actually, white crane, you're not totally square either. Your hips are still toward the side.
Okay, I guess just because one leg's in front of the other, it kind of has to be
Yes,
a little bit.
yes,
When you put that 30% down, since you're pushing down and not forward, and you don't want your whole body to move forward, you just want to put that, it feels like I have to kind of bend my knee a little bit to bring my shin a little bit more vertical to be able to press down. But how vertical should my shin get, that front shin? Right?
it's not very vertical because you're not going to let it go past the ball of your foot, right?
Yeah.
So it
But
can't go very far, right?
It's not going to be straight up and down though, right? It's still
Right.
kind of leaning back to where you, but
Yeah.
okay.
So what happens is you're here. Okay. So you're essentially what this movement is you're pulling your opponent's arm as you're striking their neck. And that's why you have this pull and strike feeling. And your weight is 30% down because you're using that to stabilize your position as you're doing this pull and strike.
And your hip is not exactly over your back foot still, is it? When you do the 30%, it's not exact, is it? It's forward a tiny bit then, a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay,
It's,
I mean,
it's a little bit forward of my back foot because the center of gravity of my torso is between my feet.
yeah, okay, thank you. Yeah, that's
Okay.
what you're out. Thank you.
Any other questions? So this is why I say it looks simpler than it is because of the way the weight distribution works. And so let's break it down in terms of the little bits. Okay. The little bits are, I'll do it this way. You have a bow stance. Then you're going to push off the heel of the front foot. Your weight goes to the back. Then you're going to move one line, two sides, ball touch, 30% to the front. Okay. So in terms of the hands, you were at single whip. What you're going to do is you're going to what I call activate your hands. So this hand turns over. Think about grabbing somebody. Okay, so this one turns over and this one releases and sits slightly, not like this, but kind of a flat sit. Okay, so when in terms of the timing, as your weight moves toward the back, you activate your hands. Then as you push off the heel of the front foot, your right hand goes to your shoulder. Then you're going to move the ball to one line, two sides, and then 30% and strike. So essentially, when you're here, activate, set, root, strike. So you always root before you strike. and your hand here, you flatten, and then you're going to pull in. So this looks a lot like a brush knee, except that brush knee, you're standing up more. This, you're flatter. And why? When you are striking with brush knee, okay, so when you swing step with brush knee, when you strike, your hand is this shape because when you strike, your contact point is at the heel of your hand. Here, when you come in, you're a little flatter because when you strike, your contact point is the side of your hand. Okay, so you're setting up so that when you come forward, it strikes where you want to meet your opponent's neck. Okay, so it's here. Slightly different shape, but same principle. Okay, so and the other way in which it's similar is that when you're here and you activate your hand, I just want you to bend your elbow and come in. Okay, I don't want you to make this big, there's some people who do this big thing and come back. Just get ready, strike. Okay, so I'm going to do it the same direction as you, which is here. So you're going to move your weight to the middle and activate your hands. Push off the heel of the front foot and set your right hand. Then pull the ball of your foot, strike. So you can see that I'm maintaining the angle of my body and it's pushing off the back foot and putting that 30% into the ground of the front foot. Okay? So if you think of in and out and stabilizing with that 30%, that's the feeling I want you to get. Any questions? So the next move is going to be separation kicks. And in preparation for that, I would like you to think about body structure. So as one of the things I'd like you to practice is you're going to have to stand on one leg for this move. So how are you going to do that? I want you to think about what Kelly calls your Tai Chi pole. Think of your body as being a pole and think of your head pulling up and your legs and the bottom half of your body stabilizing down. So what I want you to think about is how are you going to stand on one leg? Okay. So I don't want, I just want you to think about being up and down. Okay? You don't have to lift your leg very high. I just want you to lift your leg somewhat and get the sense of up and down. Okay? As your exercise for next week. Just think up and down. Okay? Up and down. And that will prepare you for next time. Okay? So let's do a review of today's movement, which is iPad on horse. And I'd like to go single whip, cloud hands, single whip, iPad on horse. Okay? So if we're at single whip and we go to cloud hands, shift right, turn, pull, step. Step. And this is 3. And then I'm going to turn, make my hook hand, and step out to single whip. iPad on horse. I'm going to activate my hands as I start shifting my weight. Push off the front heel. Move in to my ball touch, and then forward and back. How did that feel? Yes? Okay. Okay. So let's do that one more time, and then we'll do it from cross hands. Okay? And then we'll close class. Are there any questions before I do that?
Yes, please, Rita.
Yeah.
When I turn this hand, the palm towards the ceiling,
Yeah.
this hand goes from the beak, and then it goes to the ceiling also, or down?
So here. Okay.
Okay.
So when I start moving my weight part way,
Okay, very good. Okay.
so I'm open and it's seated but relatively flat, so that when my foot comes up, that's when this goes here,
Very good.
and then strike.
Thank you very much.
Okay, you're welcome. Okay, let's do that one more time. Single whip, cloud hand, single whip, and high pat. Okay, so we're here. Cloud hands. 1, 2, 3, turn, single whip, high pat on horse. Activate your hands as your weight starts moving back. Push back on the heel as your right hand comes to the shoulder. Come in, ball touch, strike and pull. Okay? We're going to do it from cross hand, and then we're going to close class. Okay? Cross hands. Embrace tiger, return to mountain. Shift right. Turn the left toe almost to straight. Shift weight back as you separate your hands. Pull in the right foot. Swing, step, brush, strike, roll back. Circle your arms as you shift your weight back. Turn to the side. Press. Circle in the right. Attach the left. Expand forward. Push. Square up your shoulders to the front toe direction. Flatten your hands. Come back over a ball, hands in front of your chest. Push up to shoulder level. Fist under elbow. Shift back. Flatten your hands. Turn and pull. Right foot goes to 12 o'clock. Press down. Ward off with the left. Push out with the right. Step to the corner. Ward off with the left. Step parallel. Grab. Pull. Shift your footwork. Lift up and punch. Repulse monkey. Swing, step, set, strike. 2. Swing, step, set, strike. 3. Swing, step, set, strike. Diagonal flying. Turn. Pull in the right foot. Step and close. Pivot the left foot as you open. Raise hands and step forward. Pull in the left. Circle as you push off the ball with the right. Root the right heel and close. White crane spreads its wings. Turn your hands. Pull down. All the weight goes in the back. Circle your arms. Step and close. Turn. Step and open. Left brush knee. Turn your hands. Swing, step, brush, strike. Needle at C bottom. Yield forward. Pull in the back foot. Push off the heel of the front foot. Change your footwork and sink down. Fan through the back. Come up. Turn your right hand. Attach the left. Step and open. Turn body chop with fist. Circle your arms as you turn your left foot to the corner. Shift your weight back. Make your fist. Chop. Strike. Parry, block, and punch. Hands come to the center. Pull down. Swing, step. Parry. Block. Punch. Chengfu. Shift back. Turn the left foot to the corner as you open. Right ward off. Pull left, ward off down. Step and close. Shift weight open. Roll back. Rotate your arms as you reach for the corner. Shift your weight back as you turn to the other corner. Press. Circle in the right, attach the left, expand forward. Push. Square up your shoulders. Flatten your hands. Come back over a ball. Hands in front of your chest. Push to shoulder level. Single wick. Shift back. Flatten your hands. Turn and pull. Press down. Ward off left. Hook hand right. Standing ward off. Step. Deflect. Strike. Cloud hands. Shift right. 1. 2. 3. Turn. single whip, strike. High pattern horse. Activate your hands as you start shifting your weight back. Push off the back, the front heel, right hand goes to the shoulder. Move to ball touch. 30% and strike. How's that? Questions? Okay. Practice. Try to stand on one leg. And we'll work on next time. Okay? Thank you very much, everybody. See you next week.
Thank you, Rita.
Thank you very much, Rita.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank
So,
Bye.
Okay.
Bye.
so you don't say 老师再见 anymore, huh?
我可以讲，但是每个人在笑哎，
Well,
啊，没人在
right.
笑你。
没人
We
笑
can
我。
do that.
我跟你说，我讲的国语很正确耶。
我听不懂。
下次我们试试
讲一讲广东话，老師再見 ，OK？ 廣東話，
广东话。Okay.
老
老
師
师再见。
再見，
Yeah.
I'll say 老师再见。
老师再见。Yeah.
老師再見，謝謝你，
Yeah.
下
OK.
星期見，下星期見，拜拜。
下次试试。
下星期見。
下星期见。
Sandra, very, very good.
You speak Mandarin, do you?
Yes,
Okay, so I mean, so you can speak that. Do you speak Taiwanese?
I'm from Taiwan.
Oh, so you from Taiwan, so do you speak a little bit Taiwanese?
I don't speak, well, I've forgotten Taiwanese. I used to speak Taiwanese.
Okay, I said to you in Spanish, hasta luego, okay?
Hasta luego. Yeah.
Okay,
Hasta luego.
okay, hasta luego.
Okay.
Bye.
Thank you,
Okay.
bye.
Bye-bye.